What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Dwayne here with Growing Together Nursery, and I got a little Brix battle for us today. Check it out. So I wanted to go ahead and find out how much sugar there is in this Possum purple passion fruit. And it's nice and wrinkly. It's exactly where it needs to be. Maybe a little bit, just a hair past, but really that's where you want the skin to be, nice and wrinkly. I got this one fresh off the vine a couple of days ago, and I was curious on how much sugar there is in it. So I was going to go ahead and Brix test it, but I was like, well, we do have the strawberry trees over here that are starting to put out a ton of little fruits. Let me go ahead and spin it around, and we can show you. If you don't know what the strawberry tree is, the Muntungia calabora, it is aka the cotton candy fruit. Hang on here. I'll get you guys a little bit closer in there. And they're nice and red, and they just started popping out a bunch of little berries. So I know that they're very sweet. They taste like Fruity Pebbles. Some people will say the Captain Crunch berries. Others will say like the cereal milk, or many different AKAs for it, but Jamaican cherry as well. But we got some nice cherries here that we can go ahead and test to find out how much sugar's in them. Now, they're not the biggest berries, but I would equate them to like a blueberry, if you will. But they're starting to kick off, so I figure we can go ahead and find out how much Brix is in each one. Let's do a battle. I mean, I have my reservations. I think which one will win, but you never know. All right, so let's find out. And yeah, I got the ladder out because a limb broke off of this oak down onto the greenhouse. I got to go ahead and fix that. But yeah, it's making me reconsider a couple of things over there. But anyways, let's stay on this and stay focused, folks. All right, hang that boy around. Let's see if we can do this correctly here. First, we're going to start off with the passion fruit. And I may have to turn the camera around and go ahead and do this properly. Yeah, sorry, folks. Do this incorrectly. Let's get you somewhat stabilized. Hopefully I won't get you to where you can see everything. Hang on here, folks. Let me adjust. I am not a professional, but I'm getting better every time. So, first and foremost, let me cut this bad boy open. Let's make sure that the lighting is better. That way you can see the inside here. That's probably better there. All right. So, let me put this down. I'm just going to cut this with my pruners for now. It's like, let me grab a knife, and I did not. We'll do this so you guys can see how much juice is in there. Hopefully it's a good little specimen. And oh yeah, definitely got lots of juice. You can see it in there, like, get it in the sun. And I don't want to pour it all out because this stuff is amazing. If you've never had passion fruit, Possum purple, this one is very sweet. I doubt the colors are coming through, but let's find out how much Brix is in this bad boy. And there's like a sweet and tangy flavor to it, so it will be a shocker to me and to many. Oh, let me zero out the Brix meter here. I think it may be a shocker to find out how much sugar is actually in one of these. And just fill it up to the top there. Hit the start button. 14.8. Let me do it again. Wow, folks. That is quite nice. I mean, the Meewall had 20. We had a couple of mulberries that hit the 20, but oh, wow. And if you were to taste that, it tastes like it doesn't have that much sugar because it has that acidity balance in there. So even with that sourness, I would have guessed it was going to be way under that. But see, that's why you have to have one of these meters to find out how much sugar is really in your stuff. All right, let me go ahead and set this one down. Hopefully ants won't get to it before we can go ahead and finish. But all right, let me go ahead and zero this bad boy out. I forgot the water again, so we're just going to do a quick wipe down with the shirt. Trust me, there's not any hidden sugar in there. We're not trying to cheat, y'all. All right, trying to do this to the best of my ability. So I'm just going to go for like the largest one that I see that's quite ready, something like that. And for this one, who decided to show up over here? She heard a party and decided to come on through. Hopefully she won't mess with the results. The results vary. All right, so we got two to work with. One's a little bit redder than the other. We're going to start with the one on the right. This one on the right has a little bit of a better hue on there. Hang on here. I got some cheesecloth that I brought because this one does have a bunch of little seeds in there. So it's a little bit tougher for me to be able to keep them out of there. And I noticed I was trying to do the Groomy Chama the other day and I got some pulp inside of there and it did not work. Sorry, there's no editing here, folks. I'm trying to do this on the fly. So anyways, all right, let's see what we got here. Zero it out. Dude, and this thing is really nice on battery. I haven't charged it at all for all of these tests. I'm just flip it on its side for y'all. Hopefully we can fill this up. If not, I have to use the other one. Give it a good little squeeze. Can we get it on camera? Oh, I missed it. I'm over here talking. Can we get her in there? Are you serious? Is there no juice that's coming out? Look, I missed it. Oh, that's not juice. That is like a syrup, folks. I'm sorry. This is probably way off camera and it's not turning out the way that I would have thought because all of the baby little seeds in here. Yeah, that did not turn out the way I would have thought. Here's what we're going to have to do is slam a few more inside of there. Wow. There's not much juice in there. That's what I got out of there. Just, yeah, that's pretty bad, folks. Hang on here. Let me grab a few more that are nice and ready. And we're going to find out. Oh, man. I was expecting, I'm like, oh, there's got to be some juice in that one because when you taste this fruit, it kind of pops, right? And you're like, yeah, there's a little bit of juice, but not that little bit. That doesn't even look like juice, folks. It's pretty embarrassing. Only got a few more small ones here. Sun's kind of peeking back, so I think we can work with it here. Let me grab one more. I know, you guys are like, hurry it up, man. We don't believe you. Listen. I'll grab these right here. We're going to do an average on this one because there's not much juice, and I just spilled some of it there doing this. All right. Wind's kicking up. May need to redo this one once I'm more accurate, right? But just for s and giggles, let's do it. So we're going to squeeze it right in there with all of these. There we go. There's real juice. I don't know what that last one was. Oh, it's because you got the seeds that go through there. Let's see. You can see that the pulp or the seeds went through. Sometimes this meter will show up an error if there's any of that. Hang on. Oh no. It's going to go to start. 16.8, folks. You see it there. 16.8. 17 as it settles, yeah, because those seeds are in there. It's not ideal. May need to sift this one twice. Yeah, I'm sure it's right around the 17, but the seeds go right through there, so it's clouding up the, you see that? It's pretty bad in there. Maybe not the best fruit for this, but honestly, let's give it, I'll say that this is the winner. I'm sure there's more sugar in this, but 15, I'm still pretty stoked on the passion fruit. That's very nice for that, but clear winner today is the strawberry tree. Has a little bit more sugar than the passion fruit, but hang on, now you have to do the sip test. Looks like little eggs in there, bro. It looks weird. Oh yeah, it's very sweet, folks. That's extremely sweet. That's, you can definitely taste the difference. Definitely taste the difference. There is no acidic component to that. But yes, there is the Brix battle for the day, folks. Today, the winner is dun, 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 strawberry tree. Whoa! So we still have a few come over and taste them before you buy them. We got a few. We got 4 that's for sale, but we do have a few fruits, and they'll be fruiting. These little trees will be flowering and fruiting up until like December. So it is one of those that's constantly pushing out little fruits here and there. So keeps you going, keeps you active, and keeps you coming out, checking on them. So we got that. We got passion fruit as well. Run them up a tree along your fence if you're cool with your neighbors. get out and do something. Boop, 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 boop. All right, folks. Later.